Alright, there we go. There we go. Hello, Potato! Mike! How you going, buddy? What have you been up to lately, man? Ugh. Sleeves up. There we go. Alright, let's get this fucker back in the base. Come on. There we go. Takes a bit of work to get that open. Oh, come on. Come on, you fucking goddamn bastard. Fuck. There we go. Damn it, I forgot to do the PVA glue at the end of last stream. Oh well, I can do it this stream. Right, where am I? What am I doing? I was doing metallics, so I've gotten the metallics all based, I think. I still need to do all the chains though, so let's get a dry brush for that. Nice. Nice dry brush. Now where is... Oh, excuse me. There it is. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hello, Henry. Hello, Potato. Hello, TJ. I'm doing okay. How are you guys all going today? It is very rainy here at the moment. Bit nipply. Had to dig my jacket out of my closet. Alright, so we're just gonna dry brush these chains and try not to get too much metal on other areas. So we'll see how that goes. There we go. But yeah, if I just dry brush the metallics onto these chains, I hopefully won't have to bother washing them much. Fingers crossed. I'm really hoping to get this guy finished today. So we'll see how that goes. Luckily I don't have to be anywhere particular today, so I can stream for as long as I need to. Watching streams painting sky, so many questions. Ah, ooh, practice space out of clay. Oh, nice. And yeah, hit me up with questions, man. I'm glad the recordings can be of some help, even if they do leave with a whole lot of questions. But yeah, hit me up. Hit me up. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to upload the previous one. I usually, in that little like 5-minute waiting screen, I usually take that time to, you know, set up stuff and everything, but I also use it to upload my previous stream. You know, set up. Oop, there we go. But I got distracted. So let me just make sure I am up to my previous and haven't missed any others. Alright, when was that one? That was the 1st of May. Okay, so this is the 5th and the 2nd. Alright, cool. Export. 02, 05, 2021. I'm trying to remember to like put in my little video descriptions the date of the stream and also what I was working on, just so I can keep track of my VODs a bit more easily. Alright, there we go. There we go. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place today. Brain is not working as usual. Do I use any particular type of brushes for dry brushing? Any brands better than others? For dry brushing, it's much of a much. Like, I actually use a lot of, well, not a lot, but I use some cheap-ass makeup brushes sometimes. Well, a lot of the time for dry brushing. You can get some, you know, you can get a whole bunch of different makeup brushes for cheap at, like, Kmart or whatever, and they work just fine. I need to get some of the more rounded ones, because Dingo Miniatures uses the more sort of rounded things for dry brushing, and he says they're really good, so I need to try to get them. But yeah, I also use Army Painter's small dry brush for a bit more detail work, just because it's what I have. I've also got Citadel Dry Brush. I was using that one for the bigger areas before. But yeah, when it comes to dry brushing, it doesn't really make too much difference what kind of brush you use. Like, as long as it's big enough. Yeah, sorry, brain just went. But yeah, I mean, you could use pretty much any broad brush for dry brushing. Just don't use expensive brushes for dry brushing, because dry brushing really fucks your brushes up. Like, I don't know if you were here before when I've compared them, but these are both the exact same brand of dry brush, just ignore the fact that I've spray painted the handle of that one black. And yeah, I've used this one a lot more than this one. This is a newer one, this is an older one, but they started off the same. So you can see how much dry brushing wear and tears your brushes, which is why you don't want to use expensive brushes with this shit. Because it will wear them out rather quickly. Yeah, eyeshadow brush, you know, makeup brushes. You can get different size ones for, you know, different areas and stuff. I like using smaller dry brushes when I'm doing, you know, obviously smaller areas. That way I've got less chance of making a mess on areas I don't actually want to touch. I try not to use too much paint at once, because if you load your brush up too much when dry brushing, that's when you get like all the lumpy, clumpy kind of dry brushing, and that's not really a good look generally, unless that's what you're going for whatever reason. So with dry brushing, less tends to be more, and you can always build up more layers of dry brushing if the first go, you know, doesn't get you as much coverage as you want. And it's much better, in my opinion, to, you know, take it easy, take it slow, and gradually build up multiple layers of dry brushing rather than trying to get it all done in one thick layer. Because that's when you get, you know, the clumping and just the general messiness and visible brush strokes and stuff. Whereas if you take it slow and easy, you can get much smoother coats with multiple layers of light dry brushing. Especially if you're working on, you know, larger surfaces that don't actually have a lot of detail and you're trying to get gradients with your dry brushing. This guy's not the greatest to demonstrate on because he's got so much texture, there aren't really any smooth areas for me to demonstrate building up smooth dry brush gradients. But I'll see if I can find something to demonstrate that on later. yeah, it doesn't need to be anything special. It's just whatever works for you, you know, whatever you can get your hands on. I prefer softer brushes for dry brushing. But that's, you know, that's just me. So it's basically just try out a bunch of different brushes, find what you like and what works for you, and, you know, what does the effects you want. And yeah, just, you know, experiment, have fun with it. I really like dry brushing, it's very relaxing for me. Yeah, dry brushing really messes up brush. Yeah, lumps. What does model know? It requires so many paints. She does recommended paints cost more than the model. Yeah, it's like that sometimes, but at the same time, you know, you don't have to use that many colors. Like, if you're gonna paint it similar to what I'm doing here, you can always, you know, just grayscale it to start with. You know, work up your blacks, your greys, your whites, just to get the shading in. And then you can work on glazing in colors afterwards, and they don't all have to be, you know, G-Dub's recommended colors either. You could keep him pretty much grayscale if you really wanted to. Oh, Jesus, that was a bit of a loud music thing, what the hell? No, I lost track of what I was saying. But, yeah, you know, figure out what color scheme you want your Belacqua to have, and then, you know, try to decide what paints you want from that. Don't worry too much about following G-Dub's recommended paint guide if you don't want to. Especially if you're going to use contrast paints, which I really do recommend to start out with. You don't have to buy every single color. You can just buy a red, a yellow, and a blue, and then you can layer. You know, you can layer red and yellow to get an orange. You can layer yellow and blue to get a green. You know, you can layer the red and the blue to get a purple. That sort of thing. So you don't have to buy every single color individually. And the good thing about the contrast is you also don't have to mix them either. You just slap them on, and then slap another color over the top to get a third color, and it works just fine. And also, you know, gives you the shading. And then you can control, you know, how dark or light or whatever your third color ends up being, just by how many coats and how thick or thin you do the other two colors. Give me a sec. I like my base version one G-Dub tutorial. Oh, well, thank you. And yeah, this is pretty simple, you know. I primed it black. I mean, you've watched the videos, you've seen what I did, but yeah, it's just black, and then I think Mephiston red, Wild Rider red, I think it was Fire Dragon bright orange, and then Flash gets yellow. But you could honestly do something similar with the lava, with just one of the probably Wraithbone as the contrast undercoat paint, and then just a yellow contrast and a red contrast, and you could actually probably get smoother gradients than what I ended up doing here. I went the way I did because I didn't want to have to undercoat all the lava with fucking Wraithbone when I'd primed the base black. If I was going to do contrast for the lava on the base, I'd actually prime the entire thing with a Wraithbone primer first, and then I'd do the lava, and then I'd use black or grey contrasts to darken up the rock, and then, you know, try not to get any of it into the lava. But yeah, there's 50 million ways to do, you know, something that looks similar. And it's always nice to just have your own little personal touch. Ugh, I always end up with fucking indents from the spikes. But yeah, the paints definitely add up after a while. You may want to see if G-Dub's still doing the thing where if you buy a bunch of paints, I think it's 10 paints, you only pay for 9 of them and you can get the most expensive one for free. The 10th paint for free, so you make sure your free 10th paint is the most expensive one. But I don't know if G-Dub's still doing that deal. So you'd have to actually, you know, go to a G-Dub store for that. Excuse me. Yeah, also, I need to figure out what color I want to do this helmet. Because I asked my client and he said, whatever you think's best. So now I'm like, shit, I have to make a decision. So I'm gonna entrust you guys. I'm tossing up between either red or green for that helmet there. But I'm not sure yet. So let me know what you think. Also, I'm kind of wondering if I should do these chains bronze instead of silver. Because right now everything's looking just a little bit too monochrome, maybe. I'm not sure. But, oh well, I'll just do them silver to start with. And maybe if I give them just a sepia wash, that'll make them more of a very, very pale gold. But that might make them too similar in colour to the skulls. Decisions. Decisions, decisions. Alright, I've got them all of them. What does a G-Dub? You know, they've got them silver. Although some of the bits have got colour on them. Maybe I'll pick out some details. Or maybe not. It's only meant to be a standard quality commission. I'll think about it. 2 dozen Vallejo paints from a gunpla. Yeah, you can use the silver, golds, and red. Oh yeah, you can absolutely use the silver, golds, and reds from your gunpla paints. Fleshy and lighter tones are new to me. Well, like, I'm not using any skin colours on this guy. This guy is mostly just greys. You don't have to use skin colours for skin. Especially with demons. Demons you can do whatever fucking colour you like. That's the fun of painting demons. They don't have to be realistic. They can be whatever fucking bullshit you feel like. Alright. No, I have already done those chains. Okay, when did I do them? I don't remember. I don't remember doing these chains, but apparently I have done them, so that's okay. Let's just get you off for the moment. Oh, you can fuck off as well. Go over there. Alright, I have done these chains. I have no memory whatsoever of actually doing these chains, but I have. Must have been late during one stream when my brain had turned off. Oh well, not gonna complain. They're done. Oh, except this side. Okay, now I forgot to do this side of them apparently. That makes sense. This is why I can't have nice things. Oh, we have a hydrate. I think I need a hydrate. I sound like I need a hydrate, don't I? Lay a gloss. Airbrush it on. How gloss does that primer actually end up being? I I guess if you're going to be using matte paints over it, it doesn't really matter if you start off with a gloss, but... Sorry, I lost track of my train of thought there. Oh, excuse me. Woo! Oh, it tastes like meat pie. Maybe I should do at least some of the chains in this. I'll think about it. I'll get the rest done and then consider it. Alright, let's put you back in your base. There we go. Yeah. Can't buy it locally anyway. Oh, bugger. Yeah, Chaos Black is matte. This is Chaos Black primer, and as you can see, there's like no gloss to it whatsoever. Like, it makes it a little difficult sometimes to actually see the details because it's flat. It's flat black. Anyway, what was I doing? Cleaning this brush, that's what I was doing. Oh, I'm gonna need to get a new piece of paper towel soon. No, Chaos Black is not gloss. Or at least not what I would call gloss anyway. Maybe some people have a different definition of gloss, but it's definitely not shiny. It's got a nice big tank, as you can see. Again, this is Chaos Black, and it's also dusty as fuck. Yeah, fucking blue tacked on. There we go. But yeah, so... like, I definitely wouldn't call that gloss at all. Maybe edging a little bit towards satin, maybe? But yeah, for, at least in my opinion, it's definitely matte, possibly satin, depending on your definitions or such. But yeah, hopefully that helps you sort of see a bit better. Love the base. Been watching painter streams to pick up some tips. Welcome in, Golden Bread. Welcome in. Thank you very much. And yeah, welcome. Sorry, I just said that. Brain is a little today. But yeah, this is definitely a good place to pick up tips and tricks. I was just talking about dry brushing before. And yeah, if you've got any questions about painting or hobbying or whatever, feel free to ask. I'm always more than happy to answer questions. I will go on at length about painting techniques. Painting a dragon, pretty tinted, that stuff. Oh, got sucked with the yellow part. Oh no. Yeah, yellow can be a bit tricky, especially if you're going up from a darker primer. Because yellow paints tend to be quite thin. So when painting yellow, I like to start with a base color that's not actually yellow. Like sometimes A lot of people will base what they want yellow with pink first, and then do the yellow over the top of the pink. Depending what I'm doing, sometimes I'll base my yellows with, like, a tan. Hello, Spotty! Excuse me. But honestly, the easiest way to do yellow is just to prime it with a pale primer to start with, and then do the yellow from that. So, but yeah, sometimes that's just not an option. Alright, anyway, where was it? Not fucking Monday, Spotty! Still use a gloss, cover that with a matte clear. Yeah, that works. That works. And you can always just try it with the gloss anyway, even without the matte clear. Again, you know, experiment. Maybe try it out on some of the sprue first before you actually try it with the with Belacor himself, just in case. That's the good thing about these minis. There's always plenty of spare sprue. All right, let's clean up where I got some gold on that silver before. I was very cranky about that. Alright, anywhere else that needs silver cleanup? There we go. Alright. Oh, fucking... Give me a sec. Thank you for placing an order with eBay. You have been charged 300. Fuck off. Fucking spam blasters. Oh, you got a brush cleaner. Excellent, excellent. Use grey primer with highlighter white. Oh, that's good. That's a good start. Trying to make myself do a vehicle, burning out so fucking hard. Oh, damn, yeah. I find vehicles can be easier to paint with a sponge. Rather than a paintbrush, because paintbrushes, especially on such large flat surfaces, it can be really hard to, you know, not get brush strokes, visible brush strokes in the paint. But if you use a sponge, like, doesn't really matter what kind of sponge, art sponge, kitchen sponge, whatever, you can cover a lot more surface more quickly and easily. And you can get it like really nice and smooth without too much work. And then, if you're feeling adventurous or so inclined, you can also use a sponge to do weathering afterwards. So, you know, you get your nice base colors down, do all your highlights or whatever, and then you can use, you know, lighter or browns or whatever, dust colors, and just lightly dab weathering onto your tank. You can use it for dirt, you can use it for rust, battle damage, whatever. Alas, no, I did not get a new iPhone. Apparently I made some eBay order and they wanted to charge me 300 something. I didn't listen to what they were wanting. It's just like, no, not how eBay works. Fucking scam callers. Thunderhead Studio, no I haven't. Still a rebel heckling. Googly eye models you have. Hello, time stop! But no, I haven't actually seen Thunderhead Studio. I do know Still a Rebel though. Still a Rebel sometimes drops into my streams to say hi, which is very cool. But no, time zones can make it a bit difficult for me to see some streamers, which is a bit annoying. Fucking clock blocked again. Yeah. And I got another scam caller on my mobile earlier as well. So that was really irritating. At least on my mobile I can, you know, block and report fucking scam numbers. Not that it really stops them for long, but it makes me feel better. I got the silver for a reason, and now I've fucking forgotten what that reason is. Oh well. I need to do all these little details on the back anyway. But no, seriously, this is not why I got a brush load of silver. I just don't remember why I got this brush load of silver, and that's very irritating. Oh well. That happens. Called my mum to tell her she bought 2 iPhone 12s on Amazon. Ah, streams hour morning, late as night. Yeah, see, I don't go to bed till like anywhere between 3 to 5 a.m. So I'm usually not awake before 11 a.m. So if somebody's streaming in the morning, I'm not going to see it. Which is unfortunate, but oh well. Sorry, just focusing on these for a minute. There we go. Yeah, I'm really thinking I maybe should do all these chains and everything in the copper rather than silver, because this guy's so monochrome as it is. The silver is really not showing up. But oh well, I will consider it. I will think about it. Maybe I'll just wash the silver with some washes to give them some color. I will have a ponder. I will have a big think. Also see what the client wants, considering it's the client's mini and not mine. Therefore I need to take into account what they would prefer. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Sorry, just catching up with chat. Really trying to practice my brushwork though. That's fair, but if you're burning out on a tank, there's plenty of other things you could practice your brushwork on. Like, you could just get, you know, use a sponge to get the tank coated, and then you can practice your brushwork on the edge highlighting, the little details, maybe try some freehand if you feel like it, you know. Because yeah, if you're burning out on a mini, you're not going to learn anything from pushing yourself through it. You're just going to make yourself miserable. So you might as well try something different. Instead of burning out. Oh, excuse me. What, 2 iPhone 12 on Amazon? Up to iPhone 12s? Got the Nigerian astronaut scam email? I know. I think because I use Gmail, Gmail's really good at filtering out the majority of scam emails, so I just don't get shit like that. That sounds sunny. What am I doing for the sword and chaos emblem and such? Oh, you mean what have I done for these? I based these areas with, you know, pale grey. And then I used the contrast paints. Well, actually, I used a contrast paint. The sort of greeny is the Athematic blue contrast paint, and then I just used Drucci Violet wash for the purple. So, built up a few layers of the purple to get a nice strong purple, but yeah, it's 2 colours. Yeah, just 2 colours glazed on. Only calls I get are about the accidents I may have been in. Sneaky streams for you lately. Hello, Dingo. Yeah, I'm trying to actually, you know, get more work done instead of playing computer games all day. We'll be up to Storm Report by then. Late starts do make it hard to see the whole stream. I've done like 1 or 2 commissions from the US. Postage is a fucking bastard. Especially when we're also including insurance on it. But yeah, I'm happy to do commissions from the US, although right now I'm pretty much fully booked out anyway. Need to learn wet blending, edge highlighting. Should give it a try for my next coat one. And what kind of brush am I supposed to use? What kind of brush are you supposed to use for what specifically, Henry? Like for painting tanks or for edge highlighting, or you know, you've got to pick the right brush for the job you're trying to do. Wet blending's a good skill to have, but you don't necessarily need to use it. Like, I don't use wet blending. I just use glazing because I'm lazy, and wet blending is way too much work for me. Keep meaning to ask. No, this is plastic. This is actually a plastic mini, and I use my favorite and only plastic glue for plastic minis, which is Revell Contactor Professional. I love this stuff. This stuff's great for plastic minis. Also smells really nice. Do not sniff glue, kids. Do not sniff your glue. But yeah, I really like the applicator. It does get clogged sometimes, so I've got a very thin piece of wire I use to unclog it. You can also just unclog it with a lighter, but that's less than ideal if you're somewhere with smoke alarms. So yeah, you know, I've just got a nice thin piece of wire. Just shove it down there. Clears it out, nice and easy. But yeah, I love this stuff. Yeah, that's one of the really good things about Games Workshop minis these days. They tend to be all plastic, unless you're going Forge World, in which case that's resin, but Forge World is fucking expensive. Oh shit, where'd it go? Put it in the wrong place and now I can't reach it again. Fucking piss shit. There we go. Get back to someone I can reach you again. Alright. Hello, Corral. Hello, JR. How you going? Oh wow, busy today. Lots of people coming in. Yeah, contrast paints. I love contrast paints. They're not good for smooth surfaces. They can be very streaky if you're trying to get coverage over smooth surface. If you're going to use contrast paints over like tanks, I'd definitely probably at least think about running them through an airbrush if you've got one. But for high detail stuff, like poxwalkers, let me grab one of my poxwalkers. I don't have any of the ones that I've done for the commission recently since I just mailed them all out, but I do have some of my own poxy boys. Poxwalkers are like made for contrast paints. Not getting another cold. I don't know. Do I? I'm not hay fevery. I don't think I'm coming down with a cold. I think it's just because it's really rainy here. It's been really rainy and humid and gross the past couple of days. Could also just be the fact that I'm allergic to mornings, even though it's now like 3 p.m. I think it's just the weather. If I'm sounding a bit off, I think it's just the weather. Those ones look so great. Oh, sponge. Yeah, don't eat glue. Use super glue for the dollar store. Working great for me for years. Yeah, that works as well. Oh yeah, no, and I've never had much luck with Games Workshop glues. Like, I just nah. Their applicators are shit. Yeah, nah. I use that glue. No worries. Oh, just finished work. Shouted. Oh yeah, I know that feeling. Dropped a piece of my resin mini this morning. That's oh no. Oh no. Did a tiny bit of work on my current monster mini. Oh sweet. Allergic to Awake, yeah. And allergic to adulting. Yeah, that's a mood. I also played 4 games of netball last night. And in positions that I normally don't play, which involve a lot more running than I'm used to, so I was a little bit wrecked after netball last night, I'll tell you that. Ooh, yes. Space Hulk Gene Stealers, yes, contrast on them. Oh my god, let me grab. So I've got the Space Hulk box set, and slowly been working on some of the Gene Stealers from the Space Hulk box set. And yeah, this is a combination of contrast paints and washes. I like mixing, well, not, you know, mixing, but I like using both contrasts and washes, and then some dry brushing back in with white. Although I think this one was my test mini, so I didn't dry brush him, I actually glazed him, which means he ended up looking smoother than the others. Let me grab one that I've actually dry brushed. Fuckers. Where's a tonguey boy? Oh, no, apparently I got 3. There we go. Yeah, I didn't use a white contrast on these guys because I wanted the blues in the crevices and then the whites on top, so Talisar blue, Aethermatic blue, I think at least one of the bluey or possibly blue-green washes. I honestly don't remember anymore, I'd have to look it up. May I share this? Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. White fleshy bits, green spot colour for eyes, maybe a bit of OSL. Ooh, glossy black for armour. Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll look nice. But yeah, these guys I'm doing as a sort of snow ice theme. So, you know, they've been on a snowy, icy kind of planet. So they've adapted to, you know, match and blend in with all the snow and the ice and the shit. But then I added the little bits of red and orange just for, you know, that little spot colour. But yeah, I was having fun with these, and then I got busy with commissions. But I'll get back to them again one day. But yeah, shit like this, amazing for contrast paints. I also really like doing metallics, contrast paints over metallics. So here's my Spunky Chonk Tonk. This guy is pretty much entirely contrast paints over metallic paints. Also gloss and oil just for that little bit of extra shine and, you know, moistness. Plus googly eyes. Googly eyes make everything better. The bases for these guys are sort of a copper, well, not copper, brass kind of metallic, and then dry brushed with snow for that sort of frosted effect. So they're in like ruins that are sort of half buried in the snow and the ice and everything, and stuff's all frosted over and shit. I don't know how well you can see the base underneath this guy. But yeah, so... Wait, do I have one that's got... There we go. There we go. So, you know, the sort of bronze, Warplock bronze, highlighted with, I don't even remember what it's called, one of the other brasses or bronzes or whatever. And then, yeah, just dry brushed with, actually no, Nailac Oxide for, you know, some of the little green bits in there. And then dry brushed with white to get that sort of frosty effect. The green bits in the middle, or the green bits on this one. Sorry, I'm showing off too many minis at once, and Aussie lag means I don't always manage to keep track of exactly what bit of conversation people are responding to. Oh, I feel bad manhandling my guys like this, but anyway. Wrong drawer! But yeah. I love doing contrasts like this, just get that don't lick the metal vibe. yeah, you don't want to lick this boy. He's very spiky. I tried to lick him once and I got stabbed. But yeah, this is Shyish Purple contrast paint, Magos Purple contrast paint, the Aethermatic Blue, a little bit of Talisar blue between the green and the purple, And then the bright green is actually the technical paint, Tesseract Glow. So this is the bright green little highlight bits on this guy, which is, you know, technically not a contrast paint, but works close enough. It works really well. But if you do get Tesseract Glow, shaking it is not necessarily going to be enough to actually mix it up properly. If you can see all the pigment settled at the bottom there, get a long piece of sprue and fucking stir it. Because otherwise the stuff you get off the top ends up more yellow than green. So you really want to stir this shit. Because shaking it just doesn't quite do the job. Yeah, just glazing overlaps between the colours. Absolutely. Yep, just glazing. I am far too fucking lazy to worry about wet blending and shit like that. Just glaze it. 420, glaze it. Oh, I should I should do a thing with that. Maybe 69, glaze it. Oh no, his eyeball came off. Go. How the fuck did you end up all the way back there? Sorry, one of his googly eyes came off and I've got to put it back on. Otherwise I'll forget. And then it'll be eyeless. There we go. Oh, the winter base, this one as well. The model is a decent size. Hit the paint pot on something. Yeah, it definitely helps, but I find the easiest way to deal with shit like this is just long piece of sprue. Stir it. And then you can feel how much is still stuck on the bottom as well. You're not having to sort of like guess. You can actually feel it. Like, that was feeling pretty chunky at the bottom to start with, but now I'm sort of loosening things up a bit. Just make sure your piece of sprue is long enough. If it's too short, it can be really hard to hold on to. But yeah, so like, you can see all that gloopy stuff from the bottom there, but you know, just mix that in and it'll be fine. And it's good to give your paints a nice stirring every now and then as well. I know many people use agitators, like, you know, the metal ball bearings and stuff, and chuck them in their paints, but I find they just tend to get stuck to the bottom of the pot and then don't do anything. So you've got to stir it anyway. Especially if you're not using a colour for a while. Like, if you're using every colour regularly, it's probably not as much of an issue, but a lot of my colours tend to sit for like months before I get around to using them again. And if they had agitators in them, it wouldn't do anything. The agitators would just get stuck to the bottom. Because I've had that happen with a couple of my paints, and it's just... And then the agitators rusted as well, so that wasn't great. Even though they were meant to be for paint, so they're not meant to rust, and yet they fucking rusted anyway. So I don't trust agitators. But, you know, whatever works for you. You know, if agitators work for you, all the more power. But I don't like to recommend stuff that doesn't work for me, because if it doesn't work for me, it's like a toss-up on whether or not it's going to work for you. But at the same time, stuff that works for me might not necessarily also work for you as well, depending on stuff, so... Anyway, why am I bothering? I'm not using this today. Oh well. Oop! Oop! Dingo has a whole fuck ton of stinky boys. Join the Stinky Boy Brigade. Join us. Join us. Alright. Good stirring stick, broken paintbrush. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just don't have any broken paintbrushes yet. Learning about glazes, and next thing will be an non-metallic metal. Vortex mixers. Vortex mixers cost money. I don't have money. Crappy old paintbrush handle, stirring stick too. Nice. Too glazy to glaze. And too impatient, yeah. Alright, let's have a look at Dingo's Stinky Boys. And then I will comment on non-metallic metal. Oh, I'm getting no work done today, but that's fine. That's not that many models, Dingo. That's not that bad. I don't know what you're bitching about. That's barely any models at all. You've got plenty of time to get them done. What the hell are you going on about, man? Got a cheap one on the way. Interesting to see how it goes. I do have a nail polish shaker. Aaron J. Bang, if any of you guys know him. He's another mini streamer. He actually sent me this as a sort of a Christmas present. And yeah, it's a shaker for nail polish bottles. So, you know, when I've got a paint that needs a good shaking, I can just chuck it in there and, you know, it goes brrr. Although it goes brrr better when it's actually plugged in. The batteries aren't quite strong enough to shake it properly by itself, but it works. You know, if I've got a particular paint that just... I'll stir it, usually, to get all the crud off the bottom, and then I'll stick it in this to shake it to, you know, distribute the crud more evenly through the paint. Especially if I'm wanting to do something else while it's shaking. Not as good as a vortex mixer, but, you know, it does what I want it to do, so that's good enough. Oh, yep. Oh, damn it. Damn it. I did do a U. Fuck. Now I'm gonna have to get my goddamn fucking nail polish. Anyway, here we go. Nail polish shaker. Complete with googly eyes because I can't help myself. By Monday. Believe in the me that believes in you, Dingo. It's what? It's Wednesday. That's what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so that's 5 days. You can do it. Don't be a slacker. You slacker. But yeah, so nail polish shaker. Works well enough. And hey, I got it for free, so can't complain. Except poor Aaron. Because Aaron lives... I don't even remember if he's in America or Britain. Anyway, Aaron doesn't live in Australia. So when he got that for me, he forgot to include an Australian plug. But, oh well, I have adapters, so it's fine. Yeah, US. I thought so, but I can never I have a really, really bad memory. So I can never remember exactly where a lot of people are. But anyway, where was I? I was doing something. I still need to do the gold on the sword. That's what I need to do. Right, let me check. Okay, so we've got gold there and silver. Well, not silver. Let's see. We'll see. Alright. So I will actually start with the silver inlay on the weapon. Alright, let's get the right windows open. There we go. Well, I'm glad you remember where I am, Dingo. I'm glad you remember. And I don't know what you're talking about, man. What do you mean? What do you mean the rest of Australia doesn't talk about Brisbane? Brisbane's amazing. Brisbane's awesome. Brisbane's so much better than fucking Sydney. Like, come on. Who the hell wants to live in Sydney? Sydney has funnel webs. At least Brisbane doesn't have fucking funnel webs, man. You know what? Let's just get you off the fucking base while I'm trying to get this bullshit. There we go, that's better. Why would anyone in their right mind want to live in fucking Sydney compared to Brisbane? Brisbane has much better weather. Usually. Let's just take the piss. Bloody Queenslanders in general. You guys just replace fucked up spiders, fucked up snakes. Nothing wrong with snakes, man. I'd rather have snakes than spiders. At least the fucking snakes don't leave goddamn fucking cobwebs all over the place. Like the fucking freeloaders they are. I would so much rather have snakes than spiders. Except for huntsmans. I don't mind huntsmans, because they don't leave webs, so they're fine. But webby spiders can just stay outside. Okay, thanks. At least huntsmans aren't venomous. I'm okay with huntsmans. Fucking daddy longlegs though, they need to stop being freeloading assholes, leaving their webby shit all over the goddamn place. Fucking daddy longlegs. Man, I hate those. Constantly having to vacuum up fucking daddy longleg webs. Pain in the ass. They get everywhere. Even in my goddamn bathroom. Like, what the fuck is in my bathroom that interests fucking daddy longleg spiders? Seriously, what the hell? Get the fuck out of my bathroom, you perverts. You say that, but it's currently freezing. It's not that cold. I mean, hang on, what is the temperature here at the moment? It's wet. I'll give you that much. It's fucking wet. You know, it's 20 Celsius. It's not that cold. It's fine. I'm not having to wear socks yet. Found 3 female redbacks just happily breeding away on a backstep yesterday. Oh, nice. So, yeah, you get fucked up spiders breeding on your fucking doorstep. 19 and rainy. Yeah. It's 19 to 20 and rainy. But at least we're not on fire. For once. I'm actually quite comfortable right now. I think putting the jacket on definitely helped. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing. Alright, let's get some edge highlighting on the bottom of this sword. I'm probably not going to show up, but that's okay, I don't care. I'm doing it anyway. What else? Alright, gold. Time for gold. Can't handle anything below 20. Depends how many layers you're wearing. Like, if I'm just in, you know, shorts and a t-shirt, then yeah, 20 is starting to get a bit nipply, but as soon as I put on long pants and a jacket, I'm fine. Or, you know, if I'm playing netball, then I'm wearing as little as possible, because netball gets me all hot and sweaty. In that whole, you know, I'm playing sports kind of way. Not any other kind of way, you fucking perverts. Yeah, I definitely need to do another layer of gold in this, good grief. First layer of gold just did not take. Well, no, it took. It's just thinner than I'd like. So yeah, let's touch up the gold. Oh, I am slouching. Oh, my ribcage. Deviance. I'm proud of it. I mean, I know you're proud of being a deviant, Dingo. And to be fair, I can't really say anything in that department. Alright. No, not gold on that. Oh, gold on. But yeah. If anybody did ask a question earlier, or, you know, has questions and I haven't answered it, feel free to ask again. Because sometimes I do miss things, or I get distracted. Like, I'll read a comment and I'll be thinking about what to reply, and then I'll read something else and I'll just completely forget that I haven't replied to the first question yet. So, yeah, you know, if you do ask a question and I don't respond, and you see the question, like, move off the chat, feel free to ask it again. Yeah, also the main reason I have the chat visible on my on my overlay is so you guys have a bit of an idea what the lag is like as well, because sometimes the Aussie lag is can get a little ridiculous. Oh, magpies are doing a bit of a yell in the background. That's okay. Who wants to be normal? It's boring. Yeah, pretty much. How many hours have I put into Vallejo now? Oh, that's a good question. I did 2 streams on his base alone, so my streams average around 3.5 hours generally, so about 7 hours into his base. And I think this is my 3rd stream on the rest of him, I think. So we'll probably end up around 10 to 10-ish, minimum 10 hours into the body. Granted, when I'm streaming, I'm not painting 100% of the streaming time. I do sometimes, you know, stop to answer questions or do other things. So it's not an entirely accurate measure, but at least gives, you know, a general idea. And sometimes my streams go longer and sometimes my streams go shorter, depending on my mood and how tired and cranky I am. And how much I want to go to bed, because normally I'm streaming. Normally I wrap up my streams around midnight my time, because I stream usually in the late evenings for me. But every now and then I'll sneak in a nice afternoon stream like this one. It is currently about 3:30 PM here at the moment. And I will probably go till at least 6:30. After 6:30 I'll be thinking about dinner too much to be able to focus on streaming for long. Because my dinner time is 7 and I need to figure out what I'm doing for dinner tonight. Hello, Lost! Yeah, I'm getting close to done. Getting close. Still need to figure out if I want to leave the chains silver or do the chains in like a copper to make them stand out a bit more, and need to do all the washes over the metals once I get all the metals based. And I want to do some fancy shit with like the veins on his skin. When I say fancy shit, I just mean putting some contrast over them to make them stand out. I want to do like lava veins because that's fucking cool. I've done lava veins before on another mini and it just looks fucking sick. I think I've still got that mini somewhere actually. Let me see if I can find it in my drawer of miscellaneous mini bullshit once I finish this load of paint. Yeah, the Vallejo is a really nice mini to work on for the most part. Little fiddly. If I was doing something higher quality than just a standard quality commission, because this guy's just a standard quality commission, but if I was doing, you know, a Vallejo for myself or an elite quality commission, I'd probably leave the chains off while painting. Like, I'd just blue tack them on for priming and then remove them for painting to make it easier to get to the wings. So yeah, if you're planning on doing a Vallejo of your own, keep that in mind. You might want to just blue tack the chains. for priming and then paint them separately because they are a fucking pain in the ass to get around. But I do have him. Anyway, here's a slaughter priest I painted a while ago that I did lava veins on, and I just think that's the coolest fucking thing. There we go. There's a good view of them on the arm there. Lava veins. The sword is amazing. Oh, thank you. Would painting some of these parts prior to glue on? Yeah, absolutely. Like I was just saying, I'd leave the chains off for painting. So paint the chains separately, paint the wings, and then glue the wings on once, or glue the chains once you've actually finished painting everything. The last hour of the stream when it's midnight is a bit like Friday afternoon at work. You are there working away, not my progress again. Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, just making sure I haven't missed anything. Also, hello Azucat. Sorry, I didn't say hi when you came in. I've said hi to Lost. I've said hi to JR. I've definitely said hi to Dingo. I've said hi to DJ. Have I missed anybody? Have I missed anyone? Hope not. Anyway. Mostly play things disassembled. Can't wrap my head around that's my normal paint job. Yeah, I'm being really lazy with this paint job, honestly. I have to keep reminding myself, this is just a standard. I don't have to spend 50 million hours glazing tiny details and everything. It's just, so the majority of this guy's actually just dry brushed. Like all the skin, the wings, the chains, the skulls, everything. Everything is base dry brushed, and then the skulls I've just put contrast over to give them a bit of colour. His skin's all dry brushed. These wings and back and everything, this is all just dry brushing. Not a single bit of, you know, specific edge highlighting anything. This is just fucking dry brushing. Because I keep having to remind myself I do not need to spend 50 hours on this bastard. I'm not being paid enough to spend 50 hours on this bastard. Hi, Balefire! I didn't say hi to you before because I don't think you said anything earlier. But anyway, hello, twins! If I took 14 hours to paint black, or I feel like I get carpal tunnel. Yeah, I definitely have to remember to stop and stretch regularly, so I avoid things like carpal tunnel and RSI. That's definitely a concern as a commission painter. So just got to remember to look after your bits. And if things start hurting, stop painting. Can be very lurky. You are the lurkiest of lurkers, Balefire. But I'm very glad you popped in to say hi, so I could say hi to you. I have actually painted custodes before. I did, I've done a little custodes army commission. Let me find it so you can have a look. Because it was a commission, I obviously don't actually have it in person anymore. Let me just find the post. Custodes. Alright, that'll do. Can't be on the pain level than I else. See, I don't have the benefits of an in-house masseuse, so if things start hurting, that's a good sign for me that I generally need to stop. Alright, so the link I just put in the channel should show you all the custodes I've painted before. Custodes are probably one of the easier things to paint if you're just doing the standard gold colour scheme, because it's just gold. Oh, thank you very much for that sub, Southbound. That is super appreciated as always. Someone on the website has ways of painting them, but that's like 4 foil coats. Thanks a bit. Yes, I've missed you too, Southbound. I have missed you as well. Very awesome to have you back. Yeah, no, custos are probably one of the easier ones to paint if you aren't too worried about picking out all the tiny details, because they're basically just gold. You can get the Retributor Primer gold spray. Just spray them with that and your job's already half done. I always use... Oh, let me think. Because those custodes were a commission that I had to get done in a very short amount of time. Because the guy wanted them ready for a tournament. It was primed with the Retributor Gold Primer. Can I reach my Retributor Gold Primer from here? Give me a sec. Where is it? Where is it? It's here somewhere. I have too many cans of primer. Ugh. Oh, is that it? There it is. Come here, bastard. Oh, the fucking spiders have gotten into there. Ugh. Anyway, give me a sec. Oh, new job. Move 3 pianos. 3 of them. Holy shit, dude. Oh, you must be so sore. Ow. Fuck. Okay, so if you're gonna be painting custodes in their regular gold color scheme, get yourself a fucking can of this shit. Because that'll do half the job for you. But make sure you shake the absolute shit out of it. Like, you need to shake this stuff for like 5 minutes. Because if you don't shake it properly, it'll prime well enough, but it won't actually look metallic. It'll end up looking really flat because the metallic stuff hasn't been shaken in properly. So make sure you shake it. If the weather's cold where you are, put it in some warm water to warm it up, that sort of thing. But yeah, you know, using the Retributor Primer is amazing. Yeah, that's a standard Games Workshop paint. It's basically this color. So this is the Retributor Armor base paint. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, twins. Welcome to the Bits box. Europe weeps in envy of Citadel sprays. None of them are grand pianos or baby grands. Oh, bugger. So they were just the upright pianos then? Oh, that's bad enough, man. Because you gotta be so careful with pianos. Oh, thank you very much for the follow! Hexados, welcome to the Bits box. Yeah, Retributor Armor is, I swear, one of the best golds out there. I love this shit. But anyway, for the custodes, I started with the Retributor Primer spray. And then I washed the... Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Zucat. Welcome to the Bits box. Busy day today. Very awesome. But anyway, so those custodes I did. Retributor Armor, you know, this gold base coat. And then I actually washed them with Drucci Violet. Because I was doing an entire army and I had to get it done really quickly, I actually used a airbrush for this stuff, but you don't need to. I was just using airbrush just for pure get this done quickly. And then I dry brushed again with the Retributor to pick out the details and leave this stuff just in the shadows, or in the crevices and everything. Drucci Violet over Retributor Gold is one of my favourite fucking things. It gives you a really nice, rich, weathered gold. Words, I cannot word the words. And that's basically, you know, that's as far as you... I mean, you don't have to go any further than that. You can choose to go further than that. I think I also then dry brushed a bit more with Liberator Gold, which is a paler gold, for the highlights. But yeah, you know, how much time and effort you put into them is entirely up to, you know, what you want for your army. But because I also did a Dorn in a similar way, but I did put a lot more work into him because, you know, he was he was fucking Dorn, and not just 24 custards I had to get done in a week. So with Dorn, again, I started with the Retributor, the Druchii Violet Wash, a dry brush of Retributor to pick out the details again, and then I dry brushed with silver, a really bright silver. This stuff. So I dry brushed the gold with the silver to pick out the highlights, and then I gave the whole thing a wash with Seraphim Sepia, and the Seraphim Sepia over the silver gives you this really nice, very pale gold, which makes the highlights stand out nicely, but once you put the sepia over the silver, it no longer looks like silver, it looks like really, really pale gold. And the Seraphim Sepia also sort of helps blend everything else in together. So let me find the Dorn. Whoop. Oh, we have a hydrate, Let's see. QUT Warhammer, oh nice, nice. They were all upright, only one was donatable though. Oh bugger. Sorry, I'm just catching up with chat. Too much talking, not enough chat reading. Oh, so are you, Pegasus and Twins, are you guys both over at QUT? Nice. I never went to QUT myself, but I went to SAE Quantum for my animation degree. Nearly pushed the button on Army Painter Violet Wash the other day. Shipping was more than the paint. Oh, I hate that. That just means you've got to buy a whole bunch more paints to make up for the shipping. Oh, we have a posture check. I definitely need a posture check. Oh my gosh, I've been sitting on my ankle again. There we go. Alright, let's get this hydrate. Since there's only like 3 of them in the army, I want to put a lot of effort into them. Yeah, custards you definitely want to make stand out. I like oxide on my coppers. I try to move and going too far in the recess and ruin everything back. Yeah, Nylak oxide's a bit tricky to use well. Like, that's something I'm still also working on. You can thank Azucat for recommending the channel. Oh, thank you! Oh, trying to start a club. Also, nice. Okay, Pegs. No worries. That was my thought. Can't find a supplier that does Army Painter, Vallejo, and G-Dub. Oh, bugger. Yeah, it's hard to find a single supplier that does all 3. Like, they generally tend to pick 1 or 2. Irresistible Force down in... or not quite... Logan Lee. Irresistible Force down in about Logan Lee area in Brisbane, if you're in Brisbane. They do Vallejo, they do Scale 75. I think they do Army Painter, but don't quote me on that. I haven't been there for a while. I can't remember if they do G-Dub. I think they do G-Dub, but I'm not sure. You could try the Combat Company. I mean, these are all Australian based, by the way. I'm only really familiar with the Australian suppliers because, hey, I'm in Australia. Oh, good old New Zealand. Oh, yeah, I got my airbrush off Gavin. Gavin no longer runs it. He sold it to some other people. But yeah, Irresistible Force is still good. Vault Games. Oh, Vault Games stocks the technicals and sprays of Vallejo. Oh, nice! Don't think I'll be getting paints. Yeah, I don't think Vault Games has the room to have both G-Dub and Vallejo paints. I know Vault Games has gotten some of the Green Stuff World ones, the Color Shift paints. I can't remember if they're Green Stuff World or something else, but they've got, you know, some of those really cool... No, Turbo Dork Color Shift paints. Vault Games is actually run by one of my uni classmates. So I will actually be doing a tutorial lesson at Vault Games, not this Sunday, but Sunday the 16th. Oh, thank you very much for that tip. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Hang on, let me try and read that. Oh, damn it, I missed that message. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Can't steal us awesome info for free. Red for the capes and blue for the gems. Ooh, any colors for sexy swords. I actually have tutorials for those. Give me a sec. Give me a second. Sorry, my brain's been going. Oh, my brain is going all over the place at the moment. Okay. So, because there's a lot of info here that will take me a while to cover, but there you go. So I've just linked my personal Tumblr. I like Tumblr. But yeah, it's got a whole bunch of mini tutorials there that I've made over the years, and some of them cover painting gems. I've got a specific one for how I did the Custodes weapons in the Custodes commission there. I think it also covers painting gold. Yeah, just look through those tutorials. Let me know if you've got any questions about anything that's been done there. Airbrush my Citadel paint all the time. Is it okay to use metallics and nice Sable brushes? Some people say no. I've never had a problem with it, but I think part of it's because I generally don't put a lot of paint on my brush at a time. So I guess it depends. Like, I'm using a Rosemary & Co. Sable, Kolinsky Sable brush right now for my metallics. And I haven't really noticed metallics fucking up my brushes, but like I said, I don't use massive amounts of paint at once. Like, I'm very, very sparing with my paint. I'd rather do very, very small amounts multiple times than, you know, a big brush load once. Because this way I've got more control over everything. So, Vault Games. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. I think from noon onwards. I'm not sure when I'll wrap up, but I will actually be doing a class at Vault Games, Sunday the 16th, on painting details on your minis. So, like, fine details, edge highlighting, painting script. So, you know, like writing little script on banners or whatever on your minis. So if you're interested in that, check out Vault Games' Facebook page. I'm not 100% sure where Dylan's put all the details, but you could probably message him, or, you know, just message Vault Games and ask about the lesson. So yeah, you know, if you want to pick my brain in person. Oh, last question earlier, I had run over. The green barnacle bit's like, oh yes. Let me get the tank again. Mixing in a little yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, didn't need to thin down the spray range of colors. Ooh, Mighty Ape. Yeah, that might do. And yes, Citadel Paints can be airbrushed. That's been covered. Crest City debacle. Yeah, Crest City's a bit of a... I don't know what's going on there. Way back in the day. Vault Games. Alright, cool. I think I'm caught up. No worries, man. Not a problem. It has been much busier today than I'm used to, so this is really cool. Yeah, okay, so this is Spunky Chonk Tonk, for anybody who didn't see him earlier. And this is all contrast paints over metallics, plus some gloss Nuln oil for that little bit of extra nice shininess. And the bright green on the barnacles is actually Tesseract Glow. So we've got two different purples, a blue green, and then this Tesseract Glow contrast for the bright green bits on Spunky here. But yeah, no worries, man. Always happy to answer questions. And like, there's no point me answering the question if you're not here to hear it. So if you miss an answer, or if you think I've just forgotten to answer a question, feel free to ask questions multiple times until you get an answer. Because I am also very easily distracted. Not a problem. Not a problem. Although, if you happen to have oh, where is it? Where's one? Yeah. If you're Jesus fuck, just dropped him, caught him. Okay, no, all good. So if you happen to have Aethermatic blue and iodine yellow in the contrast paints, if you layer them together, you get this green, which is not exactly Tesseract Glow, but pretty fucking close. So this is what I actually used before I ended up buying the Tesseract Glow, because I didn't have... When I first started painting these Color Shift Scarab Beetle kind of minis, I only had a couple of purples, these... yeah, I didn't have very many contrast paints to start with, because I was still, you know, figuring out if I really wanted to go into them. And yeah, I didn't have a green. I was like, well, I want a green, so let's just layer the blue and the yellow together. And it turned out this really nice, like, horrible neon green almost. And I thought that was just perfect. Because it's kind of like Christmas beetle shells. And since these guys, I was doing... the inspiration for them was, you know, scarab beetle shells, that sort of iridescent beetle kind of thing. So having Christmas beetle shells as well just worked. Yeah, Tesseract, I love that you can get a lot of tones out of it depending on how well you shake it. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Because if you don't shake it, it's basically yellow. And then you can get all the way down to the green once you give it a good stirring. Use Tesseract for lenses and otherwise dingy gene stealer cults. Oh, nice. Nice. Alright, let me... You know what? I'm getting a bit too warm now. Ugh. It was cooler earlier, but I think it stopped raining. Oh yeah, fuck! There's actually blue sky out there now. No wonder I'm getting warm. Where am I gonna put this? Oh, the chair will do. Yeah. Oh, that's better. That's better. I was cold before, but it's getting warmer now. Alright, so, where was I? But, yeah! Shit, what was I talking about? I've forgotten now. Oh well. Oh well, means I can get back to painting. Ah. But, So, yeah, again, you know, if you guys have any specific questions about stuff, feel free to ask. I'm always more than happy to answer questions. It gives me something to, talk about while I'm painting. But, oh, my brain. Cannot brain, I have the dumb. But yeah, I've been painting minis since about 2009-ish, give or take. But I've been doing other art stuff for a lot longer than that as well, so lots of art experience to draw on and to lather about. Yeah, once I've finished base coating all this gold, I'll be able to show you guys what it looks like once I put some Druchii Violet over it, and how you can shade the gold with Druchii Violet and everything, and it just looks so nice. I love it. Just gonna take a couple of layers of the gold though, because I do paint very thinly, so it usually takes me a couple of layers to get a nice strong base coat. Ah, don't get your claws stuck in the holes, you bastard. That's okay. Gentle painting, gentle, gentle. Am I even on the camera? A little bit. Kinda hard to see around the wings, but oh well. I have to think think about that over the next week or so. I've just realised for the lessons on painting details on the 16th, I'm probably going to need to bring in some minis that are at that stage, which means I'm going to have to prepare some minis to be at that stage, and I can't think of anything. Ah! Oh well. I'll just grab some random Primaris or something, I guess. Can't go wrong with random Primaris. Oh, I'm slouching again. Yeah, stop stabbing me! Stop stabbing me, you pointy bastard! Fucking shithead. No, my paints in the pot aren't thinned. But I've been painting long enough that I'm very good at thinning the paint in my brush just as I go. Like, you'll see me use the lid or my thumbnail as a sort of makeshift palette to test the thinness of my paint. But for metallics, you don't really need to thin them to start with anyway, because if you try to thin metallics, they go a little weird. It's one of the reasons why I tend to take only small amounts of paint in my brush at a time anyway, so I don't end up with my paint too thick. Is this easier to see? A little bit, there we go. But yeah, when I'm using, you know, regular layer paints or whatever other paints, all my thinning happens directly in the brush because I'm lazy and I couldn't be fucked using palettes. So yeah, once I get to using some other paints, you'll be able to see basically how I do things. Just let me finish all this gold first. But yeah, I'm always of the opinion that thin paints are better than thick paints. Because with thin paints, you know, you just need to build up a couple more layers. Not a problem. More time consuming, but you also have much more control. Whereas with thick paints, if you put your paint on too thick, there's not a lot you can do to fix it, other than just outright stripping the mini and starting all over again. So better to err on the side of too thin rather than too thick. But yeah, you can also see, like, whenever I rinse my brush, I'm not actually getting a lot of paint out of it because there's not a lot of paint left in it to start with. So if you find that you're rinsing a lot of paint out of your brush when you are rinsing it, you're probably putting too much paint on your brush to start with. So again, you know, I'm only using a very little amount, like not much at all. Yeah, it's pretty much the golden rule painting. Easier to add a layer than take one away. Exactly, exactly. I mean, there are tricks to taking layers of paint away, but you still would rather, you know, not have to, because taking layers of paint away is also very, very imprecise, and you can't always guarantee you'll take away only what you want to take away and not anything else. So yeah. Probably went a little weird there. Oh, this guy has another ring on his finger. Let's not forget that. Maybe he is married. Wait, that's his left hand. The wrong finger, maybe. I don't know. I don't keep track of which finger is the fucking "hey, I'm married" goddamn finger. Besides, who says demons have to stick to human customs? I feel like I think I know, but I'm not entirely sure. Brushing but dry? Ah, yes. I can demonstrate dry brushing in a minute as well. Again, just let me finish the gold so I don't get too distracted and forget where I'm up to, because that happens a lot. But yeah, this guy is pretty much all dry brushed. This guy was really nice to dry brush actually because he does have so much texture on him that gives the paint a lot of areas to catch onto. But anyway, give me a minute. Where was I? Yep, here needs more. Oh, trying to figure out how to hold this bastard is a bit of a bastard. There's so many sharp pointy bits, but I also don't want to touch them too much because skin juices are not great for painting surfaces. Trying to get into all these fucking little areas is a pain in the ass. Okay, I think that'll do for that. Let's just a little bit more there. And a bit more on this ring. Okay, there we go. So I've got a nice solid gold with a silver inlay for the sword hilt. Oh, a little bit more there. Alright, so dry brushing. Dry brushing. Good thing about dry brushing, you can use like cheap makeup brushes, shitty old brushes, whatever. You don't need super fancy brushes for dry brushing. Let me grab one of my shitty makeup brushes if I can find the fucking thing. Oh, there you are. Fucking hiding. Okay, so dry brushing. No rush, no rush. Still have to order my paints and everything first. Right. Oh, thank you, Bellfire. I do try to be awesome. Doesn't always work, but I try. But yeah, okay, so let's get a test boy. Do I have a test boy? Yeah, that'll do. Dusty, but that's okay. Alright, so. Oh, I've used this guy for demonstrating dry brushing before by the looks of it. But anyway, we'll do it on his backpack this time. Okay, so just to make it easier to see, I'm just going to go to dry brushing with straight white over the black. But normally, you know, you'd start with some greys first or whatever other colours if you like. So anyway, dry brushing. Dry brush. Preferably, depending how big the surface you're dry brushing is, you know, will depend on the size of the brush. But you want something that's got plenty of bristle, you know. I like flatter ones, but you can also use like the round makeup brushes as well. It's basically just what you're most comfortable with, what you can get your hands on. So a little bit of paint, and now you'll see why my paper towel right now is so very painty. So get some paper towel, preferably clean paper towel. I'm being lazy at the moment by not getting some fresh paper towel, but anyway. So you want to dry out most of the paint on your brush and then test it on a knuckle to make sure that you're not getting paint in the crevices of your skin, and you're just gently brushing the dry brush over your mini so that the paint catches on raised details but skips over crevices and everything. So this is a good way to quickly add lighting and shading or lighting effects. And dry brushing also, you can change the appearance of it by what direction you're dry brushing. So for right now, I'm going straight down from the top to sort of simulate, okay, that's light shining down. So the light's hitting, you know, all these top surfaces, but not getting other areas. And this is very stark contrast at the moment because I am doing straight white over black. If I was doing something more subtle, I'd go, say, a medium grey over the black first, and then build up to a very light white dry brush just on, you know, the finer details and everything. But yeah, so that's dry brushing. Again, less is more. You really don't want to have too much paint on your brush at a time, because again, you can always add more dry brushing later, but it's a lot harder to take it away if you go too heavy to start with. And you can get some really nice gradients by just building up very, very light multiple layers of dry brushing. Always a thought that counts. Oh, thank you. Yeah, eyeshadow brush is a great cheap one to use. Mentioned in Power Talk. Yeah. Wash and dry brush over it. Lazy Man's Magic for great minis. You can also dry brush first and then wash over it. And you get, you know, some slightly different effects. Like this stone. Ignoring the lava was, you know, painted into the cracks, but this stone is all just dry brushed. So all the blacks and greys and everything, that was all dry brushed. All these skulls in here, all this was dry brushed, just with a couple of different greys up to a very pale, not quite white. And I made sure I concentrated my lighter dry brushing on these skulls to really brighten them up compared to their surrounding rock. And then I just put some Skeleton Horde contrast over the skull areas, and that's why they're now, you know, a suitable skull color. If you don't have Skeleton Horde contrast, you could also use Seraphim Sepia Wash. They're very similar. Seraphim Sepia is slightly a warmer yellow compared to the Skeleton Horde, but they're close enough that, you know, you can't really tell that much difference. And dry brush and thick wash will blend in, hide a lot of the rough. Yeah. I mean, Dingo and I both, you know, paint minis. We're both Aussie. We both swear a whole fucking lot. It's not my filthy chaos psyker powers. It's my totally legit and awesome Corvidae psyker powers. Okay, thanks. Need to try that. Yeah, no worries. Not a problem. But yeah, I love dry brushing. Because you can spend as little or as much time on it as you want. And actually, now that you guys mentioned dry brushing, I've just realized I haven't gotten around to actually dry brushing the texture paint yet, so I should do that. Also, I need to check my phone. Give me a sec. Somebody messaged me. Do I feel like playing netball tonight? Give me a second. If I'm going to do that one, is the other game still available as well? Because I hate only doing one game of netball. If I only play one game of netball, I spend more time in the car than I do on the netball court. It's very annoying. Brisbane netball songs. Oh, do they have enough? Give me a sec, sorry. I was like, oh, I don't have to play netball tonight. My team tonight actually has a bye, so I'm like, oh, I don't have to play. And then now I've got people asking me to fill in for them. And I have a very hard time saying no. Also, I need the exercise. Should be able... Give me a sec. Oh, fucking phone typing. Fucking phone typing. Oh my gosh. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Oop. Yes, we do need to do a dual stream at some point, Dingo. You fucker. One person paints a mini, other person chooses paint. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, yeah. We both paint typhus. That could be really cool. You'll probably finish your typhus a lot quicker than I finish mine, that's for sure. Trajan's face and the capes. Can't decide on a red. Oh, that's right. You were asking about reds. Mephiston red and Druchii Violet wash, and then you can then highlight it with Evil Sun Scarlet. But yeah, Mephiston's red, Druchii Violet for the shading, and then you can re-highlight with Mephiston and go up to Evil Suns if you want that kind of bright highlighting. But these are my go-tos for reds, basically. I usually start my reds actually with corn red because I like having that really dark red as a base, but honestly, if you're using the Druchii Violet wash, you can probably skip the corn red and just go straight to Mephiston. Wash it with Druchii. Highlight with Evil Suns. As for Trajan's face, you could probably just get Guilliman's flesh contrast. Oh, hang on. Alright, what's the time now? 4. Okay, cool. Alright, I need to keep an eye on that one. Okay. Don't count an average of 90 hours in special models. Green Knight. 96 hours, oh my gosh. Yeah, feel free to chuck up a pic for everybody else, Dingo. I don't remember. I think I've seen a Green Knight, but I'm not 100% sure. I have aphantasia, so I don't actually have a functional mind's eye. I can't see things in my head. So it's really hard to remember things that I've seen because there's just no info in there. Oh, sorry, just putting my paints away again. I'm now up to 11 paints that I want. Welcome back from Human Thing, Spotty. Welcome back. Ooh, let's check out the Green Knight. Let's chuck that up on screen. Oh yes, I have seen it. It's already liked. Excellent. 15 years ago. God damn, man. That's gorgeous. Look at that freehand on the barding. There we go. Freehand on that barding. God damn. Where are more pics? We need more pics. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, the vines are crazy. Just all those tiny little... Very green. I mean, that's to be expected for something called the Green Knight. But yeah, alright. Spotty, did you hear me mention before about Vault Games? I will be at Vault Games Sunday the 16th. So not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. And I'll be doing a painting lesson, a group painting lesson thing for how to do fine details and script on minis. So I think that starts about noon. So if you're free on that Sunday, drop by and we can finally fucking fight. Fight me, Spotty. And then I can prove once and for all, Spotty, that you are actually multiple cats in a trench coat and totally not human. You didn't hear that? Well, there you go. You've heard it now. You've heard it now. Same goes for anybody else who happens to be in the Brisbane area. If you're around on Sunday the 16th, stop by Vault Games. Even if you don't want to hang out for the actual lesson, you know, just stop by, say hi. Spotty should show up dressed as a Space Wolf. Oh, man. I've always wanted to do a full-on Thousand Suns power armor cosplay. Because I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually cosplay a pre-Heresy Thousand Sun. And I would 100% do that if I had the time and the money for making a full-on suit of Space Marine power armor. Because, fuck yeah, Thousand Suns is my main army. Even though I haven't actually shown any off yet. What time? I think it starts at noon. Because I am so not a morning person. Even noon's a bit early for me, honestly. just because of the time it'll take to, you know, get prepped and travel there and everything. But anyway, so yeah, noon onwards. I have no idea how long it's gonna last. Probably until I lose my voice. But yeah, drop by, say hi, check out what Vault Games has to offer if you haven't already. Doing human things all day today? Show your worst body. No, I am not a closet Space Wolves fan. I respect not being a morning person. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Unless you count staying up till 4 AM as a morning person, because that's more the kind of person I am. Staying up till fucking 3 or 4 AM and then sleeping in until like 11 AM. Sometimes later. Okay, where was I? Alright, I'm gonna start doing washes over these metals. So I wanted my Anthonian Camo Shade. Just not a daylight person. Face puppers are best puppers. Face puppers. Nah. 1,000 Suns for the win. 1,000 Suns. Bestest tragic space muscle wizards. Tragic muscle wizards. Tragic muscle wizards in space. I love my 1,000 Suns. 1,000 Suns is actually what got me into 40k in the first place. Like, I actually found out about 40k in general from my librarian at university when I was studying animation. He would paint some of his armies during his lunch breaks. So one day, I saw him painting his armies and I was like, oh, that looks cool, what's that? And he's like, oh, you know, it's this war game called Warhammer 40,000. And yeah, you know, he let me paint one of his Hormagaunts, I don't know, one of the little Tyranidy things, just to see if, you know, if I'd like mini painting. And yeah, like I said, I've done art stuff for like most of my life, so it was not difficult to pick up on, and I very much enjoyed painting. So I actually ended up painting his Tzeentch Chaos Army for him, because he had a bunch of other armies as well. And that Tzeentch Chaos Army kind of became my army to play with. This was back in 5th edition. So, but yeah, like the first year of my 40k experience, I didn't pay anything for the hobby, because I was using his paints, I was using his brushes, I was painting his minis, I was using his rule books and everything. It was fantastic. And then I started reading the Horus Heresy series. Because, you know, I was like, well, I want to learn more about the lore of this game that I'm playing and painting and everything. And yeah, you know, I was reading the Horus Heresy series, and I was enjoying it, but I wasn't, you know, getting particularly attached to any one legion or anything until I read 1,000 Suns. And I fell in love with 1,000 Suns and the whole tragedy of their entire existence and how they got fucked over by pretty much everybody ever. And one of the units I'd painted for my mate's Tzeentch Chaos Army was actually a squad of 1,000 Suns Rubricate. So once I'd read 1,000 Suns, I was like, oh shit. Oh, I'm gonna have to actually start buying my own minis now, because I want my own 1,000 Suns army. So when my mate heard that, he actually gifted me that squad from his army to, you know, start off my own army, and also as payment for painting his whole Tzeentch Chaos Marine army. Hello, Hedgehog! Started collecting Warhammer when I was 12 years ago. Oh, you're a baby! Magnus did everything wrong. Magnus did so many things wrong. Yes, hello Hedgehog! You are from discount rates. It's showing the boomerness. 6th edition. Hello Mexono! Sorry, I'm just scrolling up and seeing. Definitely a morning. I do my favourite hobby in the morning, sleeping. Faceless is what got me into 40k. Oh, we're gonna have to be mortal enemies. Zucat, we're just gonna have to be absolute mortal enemies. This paper is gonna become space lunch for my custodes. That's why my captain is named Captain Fido. Oh god. Little rats, I swear. Yeah, I know, right? First 4K figures with Tyranids in 93. Oh wow. Do offer him discount rates. I don't offer him discount rates anymore because I value my time. And he values my time. He would be offended if I offered him discount rates because he's like, no, your painting's worth more than that. Which is why we're still friends. He's a filthy psycho. I mean, if you're gonna go that route, the Emperor is also a filthy fucking psycho. So, who's really to blame here? But yeah, no. Magnus did many things wrong. Like, he was trying to help. I'll give him that. He was trying to help for the most part until he had his fucking little baby temper tantrum, killed one of his own guys, and then sulked in his tower for like a month. And didn't bother warning the rest of his legion what the fuck was going on. So... Magnus did many things wrong. Many things wrong. Because as much as I love the Thousand Suns, I'm not a big fan of Magnus himself. Which is a bit of a contradiction, but there you go. Kill a witch, free 5 victory points. Words of a true heretic. Spotty! 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 Fucking fight me, bitch. Coming here on my stream, in front of my salad, and then saying Hedgehog is your favorite streamer on my stream. You bitch. I mean, entirely valid. Hedgehog is also a fantastic streamer. And yeah, oh guys, if you aren't following Hedgehog and if you aren't following Dingo Miniatures, give them a follow as well. Because they also do the mini painting in front of an audience thing. And they are definitely worth a follow. And I need to remember to do shoutouts more often. I always forget. But my mod's not here today. Slacker, he's probably sleeping. Or, you know, time zones, whatever. So I've got to remember to do shit like that myself, which is annoying. Oh well. Anyway, I need to keep track of the time. Now that I've committed to a netball game, I need to decide if I want to go in for the entire night, or if I just want to go in later. Decisions. Oh well, what's the time? 4:30. Alright, if I go in for the entire night, then I will need to leave here at 5:15. Which means I need to have lunch in about 15-20 minutes. Decisions. Oh, but my fuel thing expires, so I will have to leave earlier. Damn it, not gonna get this guy finished on this stream. Poop. Oh well, you guys will just have to drop by my next stream, whenever the hell that might be. My next scheduled stream is Friday evening, Brisbane time. 8:30 PM onwards. Although sometimes I start at 8, but I will definitely be here 8:30, unless I get one of those, you know, stupid ass headaches again, which happens sometimes. Hasn't happened for a while though, which is good. So fingers crossed. Yeah, anyway, just gradually building up some of the Athenian camo shade over the silver at the moment, and then I will do some Drucci Violet. Hold on to you, you fucker. On the gold in a minute, and then once I've done the Drucci Violet, I'll probably have to think about wrapping up there. On the plus side, if I'm going to play netball tonight, that means I can probably just get Macca's for dinner on the way home. I'm okay with this, even though I did that last night as well. Oh well. I needed to remember to check chat more often. The Gecko is bullying me in Alchemist stream. I mean, when does he not? The Emperor is the biggest psycho of the lot. He absolutely is. Thousand Suns type. No, don't do that to no, you bastards. Don't do that to me again. Oh my god. I love X-Wings and I love Thousand Suns. And then these guys try to make me choose between Thousand Suns TIE Fighters or Space Wolf X-Wings. And I'm just like, you fuckers. You bastards. Those filthy chaos powers will cause headaches. Yeah, but I need my filthy chaos powers to actually paint good. Can't paint good without filthy chaos heretic psycho powers. Actually, no, that's a lie. Bald-faced lie. Space Wing X-Fighter. Don't do that to my brain. Did I actually say that? Please don't. Please, no. Don't tell me it. Don't. No. Mittens! Hello! Hi! Mittens! Mittens, they're bullying me again. I'm getting bullied on my own stream. It's very sad. Oh, hang on. First I need to check my messages again. Thought I heard it ding. Oh. Alright, sweet. I have 2 games for tonight. Booked in. That makes the travel worthwhile. Okay. Sorry, just sorting my shit out. Oh, bastard. Fucking. I hate trying to deal with that shit on my phone. Space Suns. 1,000 Wolves. Oh my god. Mittens, hello, I'm in both streams. Yay! Wolf Space TIE Wing. Oh, 1,000 Wolves. No. You guys are making my head hurt. Stop it. Stop it. You're making my brain painful. Which is rude and inconsiderate. Alright, anyway, hang on. Let me check what time that is. Okay. So that's 7:30. And then what was the other one? 8:15. Okay, cool. Do I want to go in for the 6 and 6:45 games as well, just in case? If I want to use my fuel voucher, I'm going to have to go in for the 6 o'clock one. Oh well, alright, yeah, I'm probably going to have to start wrapping up sooner than I thought. I've been called into netball tonight, so I'm actually going to be wrapping up in a few minutes, unfortunately. But yeah, otherwise I would be starting up Stream Raiders, because we do have a fair few people here today. You're a coward, Spotty. I'm not a coward. You're a fucking coward. Don't call me a coward, bitch. Then again, do I need petrol? Petrol prices are so insane at the moment. Some places petrol is like $1.69. Other places still like $1.29. But I don't know if they would still be $1.29 today. It's very annoying. Anyway, doing the Druchii Violet over gold. You know what? Get off the base. Okay. There we go. I find Druchii Violet over gold gives you a much nicer, richer shading than doing Agrax or, heaven forbid, fucking Nuln Oil over Retributor. I always get so offended when people use fucking Nuln Oil over Retributor armor. It's like, why would you do that to such a lovely gold? Why would you taint Retributor armor with fucking Nuln Oil when you've got Druchii Violet right there being gorgeous? But some people just have no taste. It's all down to personal preference, honestly. There's no one right or wrong way to do things. I just much prefer a good Druchii Violet wash over gold. So I'm just doing a nice thin layer of Druchii to start with. We'll let that dry, and then we can build up more Druchii to darken up shadows if and when we need to. mostly use Seraphim Sepia. Seraphim Sepia on Retributor is also really good. I do like that one. But Druchii gives you much stronger shadows. So it depends, you know, on what you want your final gold to look like as well. But nah, for old gold, Druchii Violet in multiple layers rather than fucking Null Oil. I'm just not a fan of Null Oil in general, really. It just tends to desaturate the colours a bit too much, and it just makes them look gritty and grimy rather than actually shaded, in my opinion. But, you know, again, it all comes down to personal preference. If you like the way that Null Oil over Retributor Gold looks, then, you know, that's what works for you. Doesn't work for me, but that's okay. We all have our personal preferences.
Follow my lead.
Oh, thank you very much for that follow, Lily Scully. Welcome to the Bits Box. But yeah, okay, alright. Oh, I'm gonna have to hurry. Okay, so I'll get the first layer of this Druchii Violet over the gold, and then we'll probably have to wrap up there, because I do need to go do other things, unfortunately. But I will definitely be back on Friday evening, my time. So it is currently about 4:37 p.m. Null on Flesh, no! No! Don't do Null on Flesh, why would you do that? No! Druchii on Flesh, Reichland on Flesh, Seraphim Sepia on Flesh, I mean, depending what Flesh you want. Even fucking Drakenhof Nightshade is better on Flesh than fucking Null Oil. Ah, you are causing me physical pain. Take us with you. Man, I wish I could take you with me. I'm sure you guys would love to see me playing netball for like 3 hours straight. Getting all hot and sweaty and gross and sticky and wet. Blech. It's so muggy. Oh my gosh. I played netball last night and the night before as well, and it's just been so fucking muggy. It's disgusting. And yet here I am deciding to play more. So who's the real idiot here? It's me. I'm the real idiot here. Oh well, I need the exercise. I really need the exercise. Hopefully, maybe I'll get to play center again. We'll see. Alright, well, let's not forget the inside edges of this armor. Because it always looks weird if I don't also shade these inside edges. Oh, have I forgotten that half of it? I have forgotten that half of the fucking cauldron as well. Oh well, getting there. Getting there! This is such a bastard of a cunt to work around, oh my gosh. But he's also not really a mini I wanted to do in sub-assemblies. Unfortunately. There. Oh, my tailbone! Have a larger than usual Carabird Crimson. Ooh! Dark Eldar Homunculus stuff fits more than one. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, but still. For Dark Eldar Homunculus, I'd still use either the blue or the purple, or even the green, rather than just plain black. But again, you know, personal preference. Also depends on what paints you actually have available to you and how much you're willing to spend on them. Because I will admit, having, you know, acquiring multiple colours of... Fuck, I completely forgot to base coat the fucking pommel. Oh well, get to that later. And this is one of the reasons why my stream is marked mature, because I swear like a fucking Aussie. Oh well, I'll get to that. I'll get to that next time. Ah! Goddamn pieces of model shit getting in the way all over the place. Oh my gosh. Alright, there we go. Yep, I forgot the pommel, and I also forgot the rest of the handle there. Hilt, rather, whatever. Oh well. Oh well, that's what happens when I get distracted. Alright. Oh, let's not forget this side of the fucking pauldron again. Oh, what am I gonna have for lunch? Oh wait, I already had lunch. I had meat pie for lunch. I'm still gonna have to need to eat something before I go. But... oh, well. Maybe I'll just get a muffin. Yeah, I think I'll just get a... I need to stop for fuel anyway, so I'll just get a muffin from 7-Eleven on the way to netball. That should be enough. Alright, now have I gotten at least one layer of Druchii over all the gold areas? Yes, I have. Alright, cool. That'll do for now. That'll do, that'll do. Okay. I love drowning space wolves in Null Oil, if that's what you mean. But I love drowning space wolves in general, so... yes, Null Oil is a wash. Straya! Cunt! Fucking Straya, mate! Fucking kangaroos. WTF, mate? Wonder how much basing I can get out of 1000 Sun starter box. You could get a fair amount of basing. But at the same time, why would you? Because that's hell of expensive basing. If you really want to base your stuff with 1000 Suns, just get shit 3D printed. Don't waste your money on buying an actual 1000 Suns starter box and then using that as basing, because that's just a waste of cash. Like, you could do so much better things with those 1000 Suns than fucking basing. Like, you could make them as 1000 Suns, for example. Anyway, yeah, so just in case people are wondering, this is brush soap. Brush soap is amazing for keeping your nice, expensive Sable brushes in good condition, which is probably one of the reasons why I haven't had too much issues with using metallic paints and Sable brushes. Because yeah, it cleans out all the paint, it acts as a conditioner, helps your brush maintain its shape and point and everything. It's fantastic stuff. Also, this stuff smells good. So, Masters, brush cleaner, and preserver. I love this stuff. It's amazing. Well, if T-Suns didn't have any value, and they weren't expensive, you wouldn't have had to pay like however much you had to pay to buy the Start Collecting box in the first place. So, your point is already disproven, Ningo. But, by the way, have a wonderful day. Oh, thank you! You have a wonderful day as well, Spotty. Even if you are doing, you know, horrible things to 1000 Suns. You bastard. Anyway, let's just quickly put this guy together so you guys can get an idea. Oh, I forgot to dry brush the fucking base again! This is why I can't have nice things. Oh well. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Next time. Next time. Oh my gosh, why are you not getting in there? He doesn't like getting in there while that guy's in the way. And then I've got to slot his foot underneath the fucking smoke. There we go. Alright, let's get this guy. He's coming along. We still need to do more. But he's getting there. Don't forget the dry brush. Handy shake. Well then, go eat, Mittens. Go fucking eat something. Good grief. Go eat Spotty. I'm sure Spotty is delicious. Alright, let's find somebody to raid. Let's see who's on to raid today. Oh hey! Aaron's on. We'll go raid Aaron. Maybe. We'll see what he's doing. Oh, he's working on the Void Dragon today. Hell yeah. We'll go raid Aaron. So... oh, come on. Lost my mouse for a second there. So yeah. We're gonna raid Aaron J. Bang. He's another mini painter. Fantastic guy. Very awesome. So when you're in there, make sure you give him a follow. And make sure your URL... get rid of the refer raid stuff on the end of the URL, because if you don't, your views don't actually count for them. Which sucks. So... yeah. I will definitely enjoy netting all the balls. We still need to do more already. Yeah, it gets like that sometimes. It gets like that. You never knew that? Well, there you go now. You've been on Twitch for years and never knew that. Well, now you know. Now you know. If you've still got the refer raid bullshit on the end of a URL, your views don't count. So whenever you raid somebody, you know, click their title or whatever, or just delete the stuff and refresh, so that way your views will actually count for them. You have... Doesn't matter with Aaron, doesn't want the affiliate name. Still, you know, it's a good habit to get into. It's a good habit. Twitch fucking scamming me as usual. Well, at least today has not been wasted. You have learned a new thing. So anyway, oh shit, there goes the raid. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and I will hopefully see you all next time. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching.